There's a golden rule you've seen everywhere: €100 a day to travel Europe comfortably. It promised a bed, simple meals, and a little exploring, without stress. For years that felt true. Cash, cards, tap and go, most days fit the budget, with a cushion for coffee, a ride, maybe a museum. But heading into 2026, that cushion thins. Prices climbed, crowds surged, and quiet add-ons, tourist taxes, service fees, dynamic pricing, start nibbling at your wallet. The idea isn't wrong, it's outdated. Before you plan on $100, let's unpack why it sounds right, and why it often isn't, so your budget matches reality. On paper, €100 per day sounds reasonable. You imagine a simple place to sleep, a few meals, some transport, and maybe one attraction. But travel budgets rarely fail on big expenses. They fail on small daily costs that add up fast. That's where most travelers get it wrong. Let's talk about the #1 challenge for any European adventure on a tight budget: accommodation. It has become the single biggest budget killer on the continent today. The surge in travel demand means that finding a decent, affordable place to stay requires more strategy than ever before. It's the first and most significant hurdle you'll need to clear. Even traditionally budget-friendly options like hostels and simple guest houses have seen significant price increases, especially in popular cities like Amsterdam, Paris, and Rome. What used to be a reliable fallback for saving money now often requires booking months in advance to secure a reasonable rate. A place that looks cheap online can be deceptive. It often becomes expensive once you account for hidden city taxes, service charges, and cleaning fees. Furthermore, a remote location might save you a few euros on the room, but you'll pay for it in expensive transport fares and wasted time commuting. When accommodation eats up 50 or 60% of your daily funds, the pressure mounts. Suddenly, every coffee, museum ticket, or simple lunch becomes a stressful financial decision. Your journey of discovery turns into a constant battle with your bank account. This is the critical point where the 100-a-day plan begins to crumble before you've even had your first croissant. Exploring a new culture often means exploring its cuisine. From bustling street food markets to charming local cafes, food is a central part of the travel experience, but it's also the #1 area where even the most careful travelers lose control of their budget. It's a slow, silent leak that can drain your funds without you even noticing. The problem isn't usually one big, extravagant meal. It's the constant, small purchases. Eating out becomes the default for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, simply because it's convenient. A morning coffee here, a mid-afternoon snack there, a quick lunch to save time, then a dinner that costs just a little more than you expected. Each transaction feels insignificant, a minor splurge that you tell yourself you deserve. Individually, these expenses feel small and manageable, but when you add them up, they quietly and consistently destroy your daily budget. Most travelers don't track these little costs in the moment. The shock often comes at the end of the trip, when they finally check their bank balance and wonder where all the money went. Transport is often underestimated. Public transport may be affordable, but frequent use adds up. Taxis, airport transfers, convenience rides, and last-minute decisions slowly push daily costs higher. The problem is not transport itself, but poor planning. Many travelers plan to just walk around, but once you're there, attractions become tempting. Museums, viewpoints, tours, experiences, they all feel like small extras, but these extras can double your daily spending without you noticing. If this breakdown is helping you plan smarter, a quick like really helps the channel reach more travelers. The real problem is not the number. The problem is that travelers, mix budget and comfort expectations, underestimate frequency of spending and plan trips emotionally, not practically. Europe in 2026 rewards planning, not assumptions. Instead of a fixed number, think in ranges. Some days will be cheaper, some days will be more expensive. A realistic budget allows flexibility without stress. That flexibility is what most $100-day plans lack. Traveling smart doesn't mean traveling cheap. It means choosing location wisely, planning food spending, intentionally mixing free and paid activities, and accepting that some days cost more. When expectations match reality, travel becomes more enjoyable. Is $100 per day impossible in Europe? No. But for most travelers in 2026, it's not realistic without compromises. The better approach is understanding where your money actually goes and planning around that reality. If you want honest travel advice and realistic Europe travel planning, subscribe to the channel. More practical travel videos are coming soon.